Greetings from the War Wagon in Tucson, Arizona, where it is a freaking 108 degrees at like noon. We're back in the desert. Plans were to get the War Wagon taken care of, so we got the parts ordered, but I was bored. Me, I'm always looking for a deal on something, and right now on the back of the War Wagon I got something freaking cool, man. But I couldn't say no to it. I ended up trading a guitar for this back here. I know I had this guitar for sale when I left for Durango. Ooh, look at the back there. What's that, 55? What is that? Oh yeah. Ooh, and a Moped. Wow, no, that was a Pontiac. The War Wagon doesn't have any air conditioning. So when it's 108 degrees outside, it's 108 degrees inside too. Holy fricolis, everybody. It is freaking hot. I forgot how hot it gets down here. Maybe last year I was here for like 4 days between the end of June and the 4th of July. Any air conditioning companies out there want to sponsor a vintage van, drop me a line. I will probably work with you. But gosh dang, it's hot. It takes your breath away. All you people that are in Colorado right now, I wish I was there hanging out with you. But I'll see you soon. All right, everybody. There's the War Wagon in case you missed it and didn't remember what it looked like. Check this out. This is a 1978 AMF Roadmaster. This was made by AMF at the same time that they owned Harley Davidson. It's got a little motor on the back by McCullough. I'm assuming it's going to be 2-stroke. I didn't get a great deal on it, but I didn't have much on that guitar, and this thing just looked neat, so now it's ours. When I bought my awning, that Wolfstorm awning that I got for like 40 bucks, these came with it, which was a good thing because while I was gone, miraculously, my straps went missing. 8 of them. We're not going to focus on the negative because we got a cool little rig. AMF was a bowling ball company. And they made a lot of other things, but I always like to call them a bowling ball company. The bowling ball company bought Harley Davidson. While they owned Harley, I'm not sure when it was. I'll put it in the thing here. And the Evolution came out, I think, in 84, maybe in very late 1983. There was some weird chain drive Evos with 4-speeds that came out, but 84 for sure there was a 5-speed Evo in 84. The first ones were chain drive. Anyway, I tied this knot so good on here that I can't get it off. AMF Harley Davidson made all kinds of really bad motorcycles. I was unfortunate enough to own a few myself. And in 1978 they made this. Now this has been referred to as the Harley Moped, but it really has nothing to do with Harley Davidson whatsoever. However, Harley Davidsons from this era and this Roadmaster have this same AMF logo, and you can find it all over an old Harley. For now, we're just going to call this the Hemi Orange Harley. But no, for real, if you guys got a better idea than that for a name, drop it in the comments now. So the people I got it off of, it was basically a guy and his grandfather. They were doing some landscaping for a guy, and all of a sudden they saw this in the garage, and the guy was like, hey, that was my brother's, he left it here. You guys can have it if you want it. They took it back to their place, and it sat underneath the carport. Now the guy that I got it from thought that it had been sitting under the carport for about 6 years. But let's see if we can get this thing working. But first we gotta pay the bills. Right now I would like to talk to you about lithium ion phosphate batteries. And my friends out at Greener Power sent me out this mini battery. It's 100 amp hours, but it's only a size 24 series. It's pretty cool, man. 12.8 volts, 100 amp hours, 1280 watts. It's like 5.5 inches wide, 9.5 inches long, and 8 inches tall. Weighs like 22.5 pounds. And right now, my friends at Greener Power are having a smoking deal on these things. So cheap, I can't even tell you here, but I'll put a link in the description. Make sure to tell them that Vintage Van Life sent you. It is the next day because it was too freaking hot yesterday. But let's do some things to this and see what we can find. First thing we got to do is put some freaking air in this rack tire. Oh, wow. Definitely feels like loose, but it feels like the throttle works. Well, this has been called the most dangerous moped ever made. And we got one. Let's lubricate this thing up, and I want to go over like this. This is a electrical contact cleaner. So so now we got all the brakes lubricated up, and now let's pull this cover off the back and see if we can get this motor to work. So let's pull this one off. They are coming out pretty easy, so I'd be willing to bet that this thing never sat directly outside. It just sat underneath a carport in the Arizona heat. Because if you don't know, that Arizona sun is a vicious one and can do a whole lot of damage. Oh, there we go. This is how this comes off. Do we got to pull the seat off? I hope not, but I think we might. Nope. All right, we got that off. Whoop. We got a plug in here. This thing is in good shape. You can see it don't have many miles on it. Take a look at this thing, man. This is, bam, 1 horsepower, 2-stroke McCulloch engine. And it is free. What do you think? Should we put some fuel in it and see if we can fire it up? I didn't even shine a light in here. We're just taking a chance. But I went to 3 different places and they didn't have 2-stroke oil. So I went to Ace Hardware and just got this. 40 to 1, that's what it calls for. I'm going to put some in. That's enough. See if it's leaking. This thing has a sticker on it that says leaded fuel, but that stuff don't exist anymore. Doesn't look like it's leaking. I just want to take it and push it around and make sure that it's not leaking, because that was like $9. Actually, almost $10. I don't want to have to pull the old Mad Max trying to get the juice, mate. The juice. I think I got to tighten the spokes up on this thing. Feels like it just feels like it's really sloppy. All right, we can check it out. Now we're out in the sun, and it is dang hot out here in the sun. All right, so I don't see any leakage. I don't have any starting fluid. We'll see. All right, guys. I don't know. I must have ESPN or something. Just getting ready to try to turn this thing over, and I found this. This is like a fuel pump. And this is a primer. And I started pumping it, and it started pumping all this crap up into the fuel line. So we're going to pump that out. This hose is very dry rotted. It came off very easily. So I don't want to, that means that this part is very dry rotted. All right, so we're going to put this here. We're going to hit the little pump on the bottom. That's nasty. Well, that's oil. That's the oil line, isn't it? This thing's not oil injected. That was nasty oil from the last tank of fuel. I pumped this more. Now it's starting to get thinned out. So we're just going to keep doing this for a little while. That's gas now, baby. Still nasty, but it's gas just the same. But we're definitely getting fuel now. Now we're getting there. All right. Boy, am I glad I found that. Back in the day, I used to have an Arctic Cat LT Gray with one of these on it. Oh boy. Put that back on there. Pump some fuel up into there. There you go. Before we do that, check this out. All right. Guess we'll check to see if it's got any spark. It's worth a shot though, right? All right, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this new little toy we got here. I'm hoping that this is going to replace Hector, at least on some of my adventures, but we still got some work to do. But that's where we're going to pick it up next time. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one. Keep on vanning.